Well, hello, and welcome to Stop Let's Team Up. Season's greetings. I'm here with Kirby, and we're going to do a Christmas episode. And I had one idea, which was it DC Comics Presents with the Toy
Yes,
Maker?
yeah, with Santa Claus and I kind of nixed that just because I've read it. I've probably read it once or like two or three times. I don't remember it. I'm like, we've been doing a lot of DC Comics Presents. Let me think of some other
Yeah,
Christmas. And I gave you like four or five different ideas,
yeah,
and
and they were good. The only thing I had is the Teen Titans one because it is a really good comic, but everybody's done it, and even I will do it at some point because it's Bob Haney and Nick Cardy is beautiful. And it's probably one of the better ones because the the Silver Age and Bronze Age Teen Titans is a mixed bag. It's a really listen to tighten up the defense and let them explain it to you. And the joy of their drinking game was every time their protest signs in the Silver Age Teen Titans. Um, but he picked out one, and I'm being real Flash centric recently because I read the Butch Guice, which I will talk on nauseum on Thursday's episode of Opal City Confidential, which we just recorded. But he had Flash Volume 2, number 73 from 1993. Waid LaRocque Richardson. I didn't recognize Richardson as an inker. It's not the person who will become his regular inker this isn't the first LaRocque book. He started with Wade's first issue, didn't he?
no, wait, LaRocque, I think he was with William Messner Lowe's.
Oh, at the end? Okay,
No,
that's
no, I
right.
think like he's almost there, like because that Omni is like called the Messner Loeb's LaRocque Omni.
That's right. They don't
Yeah.
give anything to Geis or their names are at the bottom, the
Yeah,
bottom
they're
of the
at the
cover.
bottom, but
Yeah.
it's not advertised that way, I guess, for lack of a better
Yeah.
word.
So
And
do you have the omnibus and the singles?
no, so I have the omnibus of the volume one of whatever that's through for William Messner Loeb's. Then I have all of the Wade, Morrison, and Johns up until the Infinite Crisis, all in like just trade paperbacks, which
The
I'm sure the
thicker ones
Omnis.
too. They marketed those books. They did the Flash they sold really well,
Yeah.
so you get they made them a little more bang for your buck. I like the size of those.
Yeah, this is
Modern
kind of
trades are like 6 issues. It's asinine.
yeah, I can't do those anymore.
No, I'm not spending the money. Um, but yeah, those are cool because I hadn't read the Wade stuff. I mean, I read key things. I was more a Young Justice reader at that time. I was
Hmm.
doing the Peter David thing. But I mean, I really want to read. I'm a big Johns fan. I am. And I don't have a problem. His JSA, it worked for me.
Hmm.
It
Oh,
worked for
absolutely.
it worked for me. It worked for me. But I think what he's doing with Ghost Machine is yeah, it
Chef's
is.
kiss.
It's him doing I think
He's
I think he
happy
felt he was
again.
going back to justice. I think New Golden Age was fun. I think all of his love went into Stargirl, which I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Because I love Courtney. I love Courtney.
Yeah.
And but I want to read it. And I was reading the Green Lantern, but I got the Blackest Night, and it was like I've got Bendis syndrome.
You can kind of stop his Green Lantern run with Black Assign and be fine. As
Yeah.
someone who read it was reading it religiously, he was writing on autopilot, and I was reading on autopilot for a
Yeah.
while.
When I was doing it, I called it Claremont's disease because Claremont wrote you get 7 years, Grunwald 7 years, 10 years max is a good
And
run.
that's about what John's hit for. But I just gotta say, like Wade Flash top 10 DC Comics run of all time for
I'm
me.
thinking that's what's going to happen when I read it because when
Um,
Volume 3 is coming out this year, I'm going to use the app to do the gap between Messer Loeb's Volume 1 and Wade Volume 1 because I don't want to wait because I know they're going to do it because
yeah,
they're doing something to go through between Manipul and Williamson.
mhm.
I'm getting the Manipul to be completist.
I
I'm
get it.
getting the
I get it.
Williamson because I have become a fan of his.
Yes.
Because his Green Arrow, I, I was pissed when they took him off it and put Khan in this new artist.
Mm-hmm.
that guy, he got it. It really felt like the Question with
Okay.
better art. Sorry. In the 90s. I'm not a big fan of some of the vigilante peacemaker.
Dennis Cowan needs to be on very specific
He needs a
things.
fucking inker.
Yes.
I'm gonna rein you in here. Or do it in charcoal, like when Colin stopped using inkers and it had a very charcoal feel. If you've not read Nathan, you'd like Nathaniel Dusk.
I see it all the time in the cheap bins. I
Should
need
get
to
it,
just
man. It's a detective. It's a hardboiled detective written and drawn by Gene. I
okay.
think it's written and drawn by Gene, but
Uh,
it's very, and it's Gene without the filter four colors. But I haven't read this, so because I want to get to this, I want to kind of do the whole thing with Flash, and that's why I'm glad we did this, because when I don't use AI, like I don't ask GPT, but I do on Google sometimes hit the AI enhancement because they'll
mhm.
pull information and they'll give citations. So I can go read it here and it shows you what articles. So I do that. The upper one that I read this one, it's a Christmas issue. It's Barry and it's
Not
just
Barry.
Barry and Jay doing good deeds on Christmas
Wally and
Day.
Jay.
Wally and Jay. Oh God, I'm sorry. Wally and Jay. Um, but I looked at it and there was a huge significance. I clicked it and it went, this is the first time we see Jay in a while.
Yep.
Jay interacting with Wally,
Mm-hmm.
Linda and Wally being a happy couple or a couple.
We're right at a point where because Linda gets introduced sometime in the William Messner Loeb's run, and they're at a point where Wally is fine. They're not they're not firm. They're like dating. I don't know if would say in they're exclusive yet, but they're pretty much at that
But they're
point.
exclusive here, right?
Yeah.
Is this where it's
Yeah. I think
cemented?
like at this point, it's like, are they a couple? Yes. Are they engaged or anything like that? Not even close.
Not even close, which is good because I think I love Linda so fucking
She's
much.
so good.
She's
And
so
it's
good.
shown
And his
here in just a
kids are
brief.
good. His kids are good.
I know it's
And I like the stupid names.
yeah.
um, um, but it's got a beautiful Greg LaRocque cover.
LaRogue, I'll just say flat out, he's my favorite Flash artist. I think just the way he draws everyone running, it's wild. It's like I like LaRogue on Legion for the most part, but here I think it just
Yeah, but
plays
he
to
has
all of
to.
his
He comes
strengths.
so close to fucking Steve Lytle that it's unfair. I mean, it's
It,
really unfair because
yeah.
Steve Lytle was like,
Uh,
"Whoa, what happened?" There's none of. I like Giffen, but this is what a superhero comic should look like.
yeah.
Uh, um, but it's good. And I made the joke about Jay has this really like middle-aged Ben Grimm face that I've forgotten that he's drawn like that for a long time, that he's
Yeah.
aged. I like him and Alan when they look old, but in
Yes.
shape.
Yeah.
Look, I've stopped aging at 60 and I've actually exercised.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not like 60 me, you know.
I mean, I
falling
wasn't gonna
apart,
say
falling
it,
apart.
but
Yeah. No, I have never grown shaving my beard again because you got
look,
old.
I got an any chin myself, so I can't.
Yeah. Well, I got a turkey neck.
Yeah.
But it's a beautiful cover.
Yeah.
And I love the title, Dashing Through the Snow.
And we're at a point where because Wally started out when he became the Flash just using Barry's costume. At some point they did modify it here, so the he took the wings off the boots. The lightning bolt is now like more of a V shape, and he's got the whites on the eyes. And yeah, again,
And it has
Wally.
a metallic sheen to it or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, it's more of a velour, like kind of a scarlet, because in the Return of Barry Allen, like
You really can tell the
you can
difference.
tell the differences, and it's like, yeah, no, this is a change on like because I think Barry's original costume is one of the best superhero costumes. This is a great
It is it is like the perfect
modification
yeah, it
on it.
is. That's a good term. Because Barry is one of those Silver Age costumes. You could see the difference like between Jay's and Wally's and Barry's, that it does work.
Hmm.
And like early Infantino,
It looks great.
early Infantino, we'll talk about that a little later.
Yeah.
So this is a Wally issue, but this is seismic for the series because a lot of the stuff that makes Wade's been doing the book for about 20 issues at this point, right?
No,
No,
this is
10.
the end of his first year.
Okay, that's even better. He's found what he wants to do. He's
Yeah.
tidied up. Was it a tidy up period? He had to fit it kind of tidy up from
Like
mode.
he basic yeah, there was a little tidying because like his first arc, Born to Run, is kind of retelling Wally's origin over 4 issues.
Oh, it's year one.
Yeah.
Oh, they start with year one. That's right. That's a good year one.
Yeah, it's one of the best like origin stories you can do because it fits perfectly. The only thing missing is in that 4 issue arc is they never get to the point where Wally's in this classic yellow Kid Flash costume.
You mean the good costume because
The good, yeah,
he looks like okay. Sidekicks are creepy in hindsight, especially because they're young. But a grown man dressing a small child in the same clothes, like it's a
weird.
miniature version of me.
Yeah.
And just because, we all have, I think, darker minds now, it goes to a bad place. But, having a 9-year-old boy in a green Speedo climb and beat up people with you in an alley is far sicker.
Like, look, when it comes to kids' sidekicks, I think Batman should have a Robin. And it's just kind of one of those grandfather things where,
Oh no, he's like Wildcat.
Yeah.
He trains the next gen. He thinks he's Wildcat.
Yeah, yeah,
See,
sorry.
He thinks he's Ted Grant. You're not Ted Grant. Ted Grant yeah, you get learned all that kung fu. I'm gonna knock you out. This is also, we're getting into the era of where certain JSAers kind of get a polish to them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because when Johns gets hold of when he gets hold of Jay, Alan, Ted, and Hippolyta, he does magic. Well, no, that Byrne creates that kind of mix, but Johns turns it into something.
And he does, and like he also does good things with Hawkman that same period. And like we're at this kind of interesting point where I can't. Yeah, Zero Hour has not happened yet, so most of the original JSA is still alive here, but they've been kind of off the table.
Yeah, because he joins in Morrison's run, right? No, he joins in Europe.
Yeah. Wally joins in Europe. Yep.
He joins in Europe. Wow, that is weird. I never thought of that.
Wally is a founding
He didn't
member.
join the main team until, well, see, that's not fair.
No, that's it's a West Coast Avengers situation. It counts.
I consider them equal.
Yeah.
I consider them equal. I think West Coast was better than regular sometimes. And then when Stern started writing, it was hard to compete. But this is a really, really important comic, and I didn't realize it. And then I read it, and it's one of those Christmas ones. It's very much like the Starman. I love the Starman Christmas with the O'Dares.
And I was kind of thinking of that when I kind of pitched this issue. I'm like, okay, there's a lot of similarities here. You can see,
but
you can see,
it still works.
Yeah,
it still works. It's very. I'm a sucker for. I haven't watched it in years, but I'm a sucker for. It's a Wonderful Life. It's my favorite Frank Capra movie. It is a very perfect American film, and I'm a sentimental person. I cry on And the Field of Dreams. You want to have a catch? Oh,
I don't like Kevin Costner, but I like that movie.
I'm a huge Costner fan. I like him when he's made great movies for himself, but when he's hired by other people and he's told to act, he can be pretty good. It's like I prefer Woody Allen in movies not by Woody Allen.
I can see that
because
sometimes you need someone to smack you on the nose and go, no.
No, he takes direction. It's weird. I saw a director interview. You directed Woody. Oh, he takes direction. He has ideas, and he knows he's been there because you want a little bit of Woody. He just kind of goes, how much Woody do you want? And give me some direction. And I'm blanking on it, but he was in a movie about the Blacklist with him, Zero Marcel, and Tony Roberts. It's called The Front.
And it's okay.
It's a great movie.
Okay.
Fucking great movie. It's about he's the guy at the checkout of the New York diner who a writer is going to be blacklisted. Goes, I'm gonna write it. You're gonna put your name on it. And it's her kid show. And Zero Mostel from the producers is this like soupy sales guy. If he was an angry alcoholic. and and a communist. He's pretty much, yes, I was a member of the Communist Party, and it's all
Mhm.
about front. But Woody, and he has this. It goes all the way to Senate, and he has this great final line before his last scene, and his last scene is silent. It's like it's perfect. It's such a good movie. Uh, but this is the Flash thing is that it's so important, and let's you wanted to start with Wally stories, and I didn't think I had a unique one until we got. Then I went, oh wait, I do, but I'm gonna let you go first because I don't
Uh,
have any idea. I know what mine is. I don't know what yours is.
yeah, okay. So I mean, like, it's not particularly original. It's like, again, I was born 1990, so my real formative years are came with Justice League Unlimited, which was very explicitly Wally Flash. Now he's probably a lot more openly comedic and a little maybe more like Impulse in that series than he is here, where he's still funny, but it's kind of in a different mindset.
Yeah.
So like that's why like I actually rewatched it last night. One of my favorite bits in the original Justice League is like, hey, I don't know, are we gonna really reveal our identities? And Batman just goes, Wally West, Clark Kent, Bruce Wayne, and goes, show off. It's like, yeah, no, and it's like that's the Wally I love. That's why I gravitate towards Wally.
Yeah, and
I
my
even got my brother into reading this era, the John's era of
well,
Flash,
was he a
because
Barry
he
guy?
Wally was also his like
Oh, was
favorite
his
character
okay?
in that show.
Okay, I love that show. And Michael
Yeah, Rosenbaum. Yeah,
Rosenbaum is it should always be his voice, and it should always be Wally.
that's exactly what I hear. Even with like a different personality, sort of. I still hear the Rosenbaum where because even this the opening page. I'll save it, but I'll save it. I'll save it. So
Okay,
yeah, I mean,
yeah,
like that's
whatever. Yeah,
why. And I love this. I love I love Impulse. I love Jay. Like I'll even defend a lot of the Carrie Bates Flash run leading into.
uh, Crisis, and then um, this new version. My Wally thing is, I was a Teen Titans kid. I this is uh, so I had a lot of back issues of the original, you know, the Haney Cardi, from Showcase up to whatever, Brave and Bold, up until when they brought it back in the 70s. And I read the 70s one religiously by Bob Rozakis. It's Bob Rozakis. Someone tell me a type of comic he writes that I don't really, he's okay. He never knocked me out. And that, but they did the West Coast, East Coast stuff, and the nerd in me went, more characters. I don't know. Um, but it's the Wolfman Perez Titans, which was I liked X-Men, but I kind of bailed during Cockrum 2 and Paul Smith. And I've jumped in and out. But I've never been a regular reader. But I did like the Wolfman Perez stuff. I really did. I think I don't think I'm reading some when I get to Wolfman's FF and stuff, I want to kind of reevaluate it. But I do think Team of Dracula, now that I've read the first 30 issues, is that and Night Force are his that's why you're a good comic writer. You wrote
Yes.
a lot of superhero comics, but your stuff is detective, and it's like Doug Mensch. Don't read his
Hmm.
FF is weird. It doesn't
It's
make any sense.
bad. I'll say it's
But
bad.
his Batman,
It's fine. It's
yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah, it's good. But I like that Wally, and I was telling Leslie, and she don't think she cared or understood, but that Wally is whiny. It, it was that era of comics. Titans was a soap opera, as was all comics. The perfect balance is a little soap opera, a little comedy, a little action. It's the same what the Whedon method of TV writing. Russell Davies, they all talk about it. Stephen Moffat, good time. Aaron Sorkin. You have to have a mix of everything. You can't just all be drama or it's boring. You need,
Hmm.
and people have to have personalities. Wally's personality it got grating. I mean, there were times where he goes, I'm leaving the team because you're not this, I don't know what I want. And then Crisis happened. And I did not like Barry Flash. I've said it over and over again on this podcast, probably. And it got worse and worse at the end, especially when knew he was dying in the next year and a half, because Crisis was in the work for a while. So some of it we didn't know in the background was, they were telling Carrie Bates, you got to do this. I will read Carrie Bates Superman all the time. I don't really like his Flash. But I think I just, Barry was a Boy Scout, and I want someone who is, I like a hero, is like, yeah, I'm a hero, but I'm not Captain America. My guys are Hawkeye, Ollie, and Jack Knight. The ones that think they're not as good as they are, and they are. They're exceptional. Jack, especially because if he got to have an end. Yes, I was an exceptional hero, but I'm going to be a father.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, all right. And when Ollie, when he's written right with his family, he's a curmudgeon. He is an angry socialist. He is wrong more than he's right, and sometimes. And there's that family. And while with Barry dying, it makes absolute sense because he, even in the Bates stuff, is he estranged from his father, Wally, early on, or
Uh,
is that a Wolfman
I think that's actually
Messer
might be
and
kind of
Baron?
I think that's like a Baron Mesner Lopes because they kind of
Okay,
like in the Wade run, they do a little soft retconning of that Teen Titans run where you're talking about, where it's like I think post crisis, it's like he was still on the team and all that, but he never had like those moments of like doubt or quitting because it's like one of the big things of the Wally West run is I was the world's biggest Flash fan and I got to be a sidekick. And now I'm still living in the shadow up until the return of Barry Allen. And then I get to be the Flash all the time. I get to wake up and be a superhero. My life is awesome. And there's a lot of
yeah.
comparison to where he starts out this volume, not like the Baron stuff, where he's a spoiled little rich jerk because he got the lottery, right? And
Yeah,
then
but he does good stuff. He is a bit of a
he's a
serial.
womanizer. He's a womanizer, let's be
He's a bit of a
honest.
womanizer. But Tina's too. I forgot Tina was older than him,
Yeah,
and he was only 20, and that was kind of.
there's some questionable stuff where here,
Well, at least she
he's
was
growing
older this
up.
time.
Yeah.
It wasn't like Reed meeting Sue when she was in high school in a boarding house.
Yeah, it's
That's ick. Cringe is the new word.
yeah.
But
Ross, don't say that. You're
Wally,
60.
yeah, but Wally he steps up to it, and he knows. He talks about the legacy. I was trained by the best.
Yep.
He chose me to be an accident. God, that happens in the same place twice. I'm so
Wink,
glad that the
wink.
Speed Force, which will come from the night, doesn't start in here, but
Nope.
this is where Wade starts building that family.
Yep. Because it's not in this volume. I think it might be in volume 3 of this, where it's like, yeah, we get terminal velocity, which brings in Johnny Quick, brings Max Mercury back from who gives a shit? Who's this guy?
Yeah, it's
Jesse Quick, just
yeah. Give me about
yeah.
30
I mean,
minutes.
there's a reason like the speedsters are like I think sometimes the Batman and even the Superman families get a little overstuffed. I think the Flash
Yeah,
family has it usually at the right amount.
yeah. So here's my thing, because I'm gonna do it real quick because I love the family thing, and I think it works best in the Flash by Wade and Johns and others. There are others. David could do it. You could give Peter David this, and I can juggle Lee. He would have that he never wrote. He wrote Impulse, though, right? No,
He wrote Impulse in Young
Young Justice.
Justice.
So I
Yeah.
keep doing that. I keep getting confused. But the family, the legacy aspect. I think the only other place that this in Green Arrow, and specifically more recently in Green Arrow, Joshua Williamson's run on Green Arrow and that family, because it's gotten fucking huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I like Cheshire Cat. I like that Roy's daughter's teen hero name is the Cheshire Cat. Folks, I'm a recommendation here. Cheetah and Cheshire rob the Justice League. It's a Greg Rucka, Nicholas Scott mini, chef kiss. It's fucking great because this is a weirder collective of heroes, and they're going to go, hey, Justice League, they think it's secure. Let's go steal their shit. But Cheshire's in that, and she goes on a mission is to distract people at the watchtower so they can rob it. It's an Ocean Elevens with female villains. But Wally's and Williamson's Green Arrow. I think Kevin Smith and Judge Winnick got the family of Green Arrow well. I like the modern Speedy, Mia.
That sounds right.
who was HIV positive. I liked all that stuff coming from the only good thing to ever come out of the real world was the Pedro graphic
Pedro and
novel,
me.
which is amazing. Um, um, Barry Ween Boy Genius and the clown comics, the daily kid comes home. I forget his name. It's a Judge Winnick did a newspaper strip about a girl. She instead of bringing a dog home, she brings an angry clown home.
I've heard of it. I just can't think of the name of it.
It's really good. It's really good. And I like Judd Winnick as a superhero comic writer. I like his Green Arrow. I love his Exiles. But he could do family, and Batman family depends on who's writing it. Read I don't read any regular Batman books. But I do like the family. A lot of it comes across the books because I do read Nightwing sometimes and stuff like that. I do like Damian. I didn't think I was going to like Damian, but Damian, I love him. He's my second favorite Robin.
Yep. And
Um, and Superman, I like the ones I like, and I ignore the ones I don't. And they're too fucking many of them. And I'm not reading all the Superman books because a couple of them I don't like Unlimited at all.
it.
It's rehashing stuff. I don't
Mhm.
really find it. Um, and that's the one that Jonathan's in. But I do
Jonathan,
like
who's been a terrible character since they aged him up, and you
and
cannot
terrible
change my mind on
costume.
that. And
But it's a
terrible
better
costume.
costume than he has now
Still
than he
not
did
good.
before. But his Superboy when he was a boy was so much better.
Excellent costume.
Excellent costume. And they kind of do it with that. I'd love an action with Clark as Superboy. To see him as Superboy again is kind of and them do it right.
Yeah.
But I don't like all of it. I don't. Why is Lois got superpowers?
All right. Like there's stuff like that where it's
But
like
stuff like that, it bugs me. But
it's
this
stupid
is the greatest
barnacles.
superhero family legacy other than Justice Society, which is a different. That's everybody's legacy.
Yep. And one thing I want to, I think I've said this online before is at a certain point throughout the way to the Johns is like Wally, he gets married, he has kids, he got the cool job by being on the JLA. And it's like, I'm sorry, Dick, Starfire, you guys peaked in high school. Wally, they're your
Yeah.
friends. You gotta stop hanging out with them.
Yeah. It's like Nightwing isn't redeemed until he goes to Blundhaven.
Yeah. It's
That's
like
a great,
then
and
he.
that's a good read. I mean, that's
Mhm.
a really good run. The Chuck Dixon, Scott McDaniel.
Yep.
And, I like Tom. I'm going to give Tom Taylor's a try. But
I'm not a
yeah,
big
I
comic
like
book.
Dick as the leader of the Titans or the Outsiders. I like that when the Teen Titans changed and he went and Winnick's Outsiders was pretty good. It was a neat team. I like
It was a weird lineup, which was good,
yeah,
especially for
you had a
outsiders.
Morpho and then you had both of Black
Yeah,
Lightning's daughters or one yeah,
well, like one of them, and then there was also like a Brainiac like drone, basically, if I
yeah,
remember
oh
that right.
yeah, that was and it was a great reveal because you didn't know it until the last couple of pages of when it happened. Yeah, that was but Wally becomes this, and then when they bring back Barry and then they kill Wally.
Like, God,
It really bothered me. And
it's
I liked it when he came back, and I liked that Scott Lobdell mini where he came back and he was flying through time. I like timey-wimey. I hated the blue costume,
that terrible costume. I'm sorry.
but it's not as bad as the one he's in now.
God, oh God, the one he's currently in is like,
It
what? You
looks like
guys need to stop.
it's like a motorcycle. It's awful. It's awful.
It's
It's terrible.
terrible.
It's
Like
terrible. But I also thought I'd like the Spice Burger version recently, and I did not. It petered out.
like there were some good ideas, but it needed to be like half the length.
Yeah, it did because I didn't really care by the end because it was a lot of him doing the same thing over and over again. But
Yeah.
let's get back to this. Those are our Wally stories, and you can see how we are both biased. I mean, it would be Flashes, it'd be Wally, Jay, Barry.
Yeah.
There are only three. Has there been a fourth one yet?
They
Well, the
technically
Flash
tried
of
to age
China.
Bart.
Okay, I put Flash of China above Barry.
I'm like they tried to make Bart Flash for like 10 seconds, and they have basically just retconned that the hell
They
out.
they need to because Bart's not around. He's back now.
Yeah, he's
Someone
got
write him good.
yeah,
Please do not write him poorly.
yeah. Well, that was I mean Bart's been in Justice League Unlimited, and it's like they're giving Bart the like pictogram thought balloons again. Yay!
Yeah, I love Bart. I love Bart.
Um,
That yeah, him and Young Justice, where he went and read all the books in the library, and then he was smarter than the rest of them. He was like, "Fuck
yeah.
you." I loved him. So Jay, but this one starts. Let's get into this. It's got that great cover, and this is I giggled when I read the first page. It's the first page is like a regular page. The splash is coming was a little in. I like when they do this, and it's Wally, a speedster, fixating on decorating the Christmas tree and doing it at high speed because he keeps changing his mind until Linda comes up and scares him and grabs him and goes, "Stop fucking with the tree."
And it's like I'm trying to watch football here, and it's like, oh yeah, even though Linda doesn't have a lot, it's like, yep, this is all you need to know about Linda.
And then
She's
so Barry, Wally keeps trying to help in the kitchen, and Joan's like, "No, no." And Jay ends up speed. He's cutting the potatoes at super speed, and then Joan
like, get him
gently
out of here
goes,
before I kill
"Get
him.
him in the house before I kill him." So Joan Garrick saying that means you should die.
Yeah. I love this way. There's one thing I wish LaRocque had thought of in just making like a huge mountainous pile of potatoes, and just by the end, it's all done throughout the like it just like way too many, and she's just super speeding all of them.
Yeah. So page 3 is the splash page, and it's Barry goes, "Hey, let's go out." Jay goes to Wally. Jay goes to Wally. "Let's go out and do some good deeds on Christmas," which is very much like the All-Star Man. That's what I think a good they're two good Christmas comic books are. A good one where they just go out and do good deeds.
Hmm.
Somebody's gonna be in a Santa suit. I don't give a fuck. A down on their luck dad. It's a trope. These are all tropes, but I think Waid writes it very well.
Hmm.
It shows Wally learns something in a way here.
Yep.
Yeah,
It
not too
definitely shows his
much.
growth, if nothing else.
Yeah, there's a cause and effect.
Yeah.
In a lot of comics before the modern age or the later, so the Bronze Age, there wasn't cause and effect. But this is great. And the art is good. I don't know who Roy Richardson is, but he can ink LaRocque anytime
Yeah, no,
for me. Because this is a beautifully drawn comic. The color, I'm looking at it on the app. So it's very bright. It's pretty, but it's digital. So it's always a little brighter. How's the reprint in the.
I think it looks really good. Like you were talking about, is like you can tell that there's like a sheen to Wally's costume, and it and like that by LaRocque and Richardson, they really do sell that. In addition to Matthew Hollingsworth, the colorist.
The colors are good. I
Yeah,
mean, it's
and
still 4-color. I love 4-color. I wish some comics were still drawn and colored in 4-color.
well, I think the inclusion of digital coloring ruined color theory because you could tell who knew it and who didn't. But that's a story for another
Yeah.
day.
Yeah. The only person that it doesn't bug me is when Adams did his own recoloring of Dead Men.
Yeah.
That because he goes, "I'm still using the same colors. I'm just using a different saturation. And I would have preferred to color my own comics." But yeah, and everybody knew because um, and I did like hey, a Steranko effect in that Dead Man. If you know about that, right? In the
That's one of the
background.
best end jokes. Oh
Oh
yeah,
my
no,
God,
I
it's not
love
even
that bit.
subtle.
Yeah,
It's not even
no,
subtle. Folks, it's great. There's Dead Man's flowing through some magical air, and there's this weird energy thing in the background, and it says a Steranko effect. And it's just spelled out. And it's this Adam stealing and going, yeah. Two
I
two
know.
guys, two guys I don't think I would want to have a beer with.
Oh God, not
Uh,
together. Definitely not together.
the other no. Yeah, Steranko is creepy old white guy.
Hmm.
But they're beautiful. And I also like it that Wally's costume looks 1990s and Jay's is functional. I like it when Golden Age costumes looks like they made them at home. It's a
Yes.
heavy wool, like a hockey shirt, that thickness to keep them warm.
Hmm.
It's just black tight pants.
I was gonna ask,
And the
you
boots. I
cannot be
like them in
running
the
that super
Buccaneer
speed in
boots.
jeans. That's gonna. I do too.
Yeah,
Like,
I do
I
like
think
the
LaRocque
Buccaneer boots.
draws it fine here, though. Yeah.
I do like there are variations on Jay's, and he wears variations that it's never the same all the time. I like it. I
Yeah.
do like the lightning bolts down the leg. with the Elfie boots like this, the original.
Hmm.
But I also prefer the lightning bolt that goes. I like them when the lightning bolt matches the width of the buckle.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. Because here it's definitely much bigger.
Yeah, but this one works too.
Yeah.
It also is different. It's different enough because he had a lightning bolt just in the center of his chest too.
At some
And
points, yeah.
yeah, so I think when they modernized his costume, they made it different. So they were more different.
Yeah. Which I think is
So
the right call.
yeah. So if they go out and start, they
Help a
go
woman
out.
pick, first they help a woman pick up all her, dropped gifts, then they go help out in the food kitchen. And, while he's saying like, when you're a kid, you want this, you want that, like a big baseball glove mitt. But when you get older, you realize it's more about your family and your friends and all that stuff.
Yeah, I like it. I like it also. They give you a little bit at the, he goes too long. They say they haven't seen each other in a while. It's been a long time since you and I celebrated the season together, hasn't it? He goes, too long, and I've missed you, Junior. You're really grown up. New life, new costume, a steady new girl. Jay, happily married for a century. Um,
Yeah.
uh, and Linda is a good match for him. Um, she's she's Lois Lane-ish.
She's a reporter. She like in John's, he does change her to be like a doctor or studying to be a doctor. I think to kind of lessen that comparison here,
But
but
she goes back to being
a journal. Yeah, it goes back and forth a bit.
yeah, she's a news person. Yeah, and I like that. But Wally and him doing to the food kitchen and shoveling the guy's walk, it's like, dude, you're too old to be shoveling. And then rescuing a pregnant girl
Yep.
and going into the church. And
Yeah, and
it's the
she's
tragic, my husband's going to do something bad
hmm
because I'm about to have a baby. It's Christmas, and he thinks he has to go rob where he works. He's working at a department store. Um,
and
so
I just love it's like, Wally says like, hey, should we super speed her to a hospital? And Jay's like, no, we should not. That like at super speed, I wouldn't be moving her under any circumstances, Junior. If the baby were to shift, believe me, she'll be safer if we're bringing the doctors to her and you just see him like bringing, just stealing a doctor and like a nurse to help her give birth in the church.
yeah, and it's great. And then he says he'll stay back, and Wally goes looking for the husband, and it's great. I mean, he goes through the crowd going into the store, through it, and he's not finding him, but because I don't think she told him he was a Santa.
Yeah, no, because it's like that's something that he realizes like I've been through this store like three times. I've counted every 300 clerks who are working. It's like, oh, duh, it's the one guy whose face I'm not supposed to see. I'm an idiot. And
Yeah,
but at the same time, we've got this little kid with a terrible, terrible 90s rat tail. He's trying to talk to Santa and all that.
that
And
is that is. I forgive some '90s hairstyles. I have no problem with mullet Superman.
long hair Superman works. Clark Kent with a ponytail is stupid, and I can't explain the difference.
I think it's another way to disguise himself because Superman would never do that, and Clark Kent's a putz because it's awful. That ponytail is frick. And when John Bagnovi draws it, it's even worse. And I think he's doing it on purpose to make it look. I think they make it looks terrible. So they had everybody. I know I have friends that pull their hair into a ponytail. Ken does it when it's really, really long, but sometimes it's just like, dude, especially dudes that don't have like me. Anybody who has bald all the way on top and has a ponytail in the back.
Let you do that. Shave your head.
I had a rat tail in the '90s for about a week, and someone cut it off.
Good.
It was I
Good.
punch you or I cut it off, and I went, all right, cut it off. But I like it, and this is what makes Waid a good comic writer.
Yeah.
This has some tropes in it, but it's got heart. The characters are fully fleshed out. You understand why the dad's doing it.
Yep. And luckily, the rat tail kid, it's like he's not trying to be he's not being a little brat. It's like Santa, I need you to get something for my mom. She's sad all the time because my dad's in jail, and that helps Joey, the dad, kind
Yeah,
of like, oh yeah, I shouldn't do this. And
yeah,
then the mob shows up.
yeah, and you know they shoot, and I love that this shows you how good a man the dad in the Santa suit is that he all he does is he grabs the kid
And tries
and
to shield him.
we basically covers him.
Hmm.
And the look of terror in his face. But they're like, hey, what happened? He should be dead. Santa hands out lumps of coal for talk like that. And then Wally's pissed and he knocks them all out. And what I like in the bottom of this panel 17 is he's punching one guy, but the other two guys are still flying through the air from when he hit them.
Again, that's where LaRocque really helped sell the super
Because
speed on it.
the black guy in the back, you see where Wally kicked him in the crotch and into the air, it looks like.
Really does.
It does. And he saves the kid and he says, your wife's had the baby. And the guy runs back. I mean, the guy's a good guy.
Yeah.
He didn't know what else to do.
Yeah.
And then we get the epilogue, which is I love Joan. I love Jay. I love this. And I love that they're having they've learned something about that it's also, it looks like it's Linda and his first Christmas.
Yeah, I think that's kind of like that's definitely them as a couple at this.
Yeah,
like,
he's crazy in love, and it's a baseball mitt.
Yeah.
And I like them as a couple, and I mean, I guess and this has one of the biggest end panels of any comic, which is
Barry Allen's alive.
And I want to ask you about this.
Mhm.
I like this face on. I like the face on Jay. He's a man of the 40s. He's
Mhm.
got that 40s kind of face. And Barry kind of looks like in the 50s, the leading man, like God, that's the leading man in the original. You have seen the original Thing, right? The black and white. That actor who plays the captain. He was in Star Trek Voyager. He worked until forever. But that square jaw, Rocket Man, the cleft chin. Did he always have a cleft chin?
I think sometime, depending on the artist.
Yeah, but you know what I mean?
He's got that
that's
50s,
a 50s, 60s
leading
look.
man.
Yeah. So
Like
it
if
looks
Don
great.
Draper was actually in the 1950s and 60s.
Yes, very much so. It is. I love this. For all the important stuff it does, that's all. We just look at it in hindsight. Wow, this is them as a couple. This is Jay's back, Joan's back. He's happy and he's happy in a relationship, and it's more about fighting the bad guys. And I guess I haven't read a lot of this, so I've learned what turmoil comes to, because it's a comic book. Superheroes can't have that great a life. Even the happily married ones have terrible times.
Yep. I think Waid especially, they do the right amount of there's some questionable what things Johns does, but one thing that Waid does very well is at a certain point, Underworld Unleashed happens and like all of Barry's rogues are killed, or most of them anyway. So Waid has to kind of come up with a bunch of new villains who mostly work for there's the storylines they're introduced in. Like
And then
that's where he
John
gets
brings
sent.
them all back.
John brings them all back and does really good things with them.
Oh my
And
God, there's some really good the stuff with Weather Weird Wizard. Is that the one who Piper?
Piper, who does live in the because during the Waid era, he's largely reformed as part of the supporting cast, and him being a
so
former,
he's the one that reforms him in way.
yeah.
Cool.
So and that might start during the LaRocque run. I can't remember, but
Yeah.
like
I never understood the Rogues really until, and I'll talk about that a little more too, until these guys handled them.
Yeah.
And I will always say John Ostrander was the best writer of Captain Boomerang.
Yeah,
because
I mean,
but he didn't change anything.
No, because like the strengths of Carrie Bates' run as the Flash is that like when he's just doing a lot of like done in one stories, and like there is some continuity, but it's like okay, it's what creative things can I kind of do with Captain Cold this month? Then next month I'll bring in the Top, and I'll bring in Captain Boomerang, and just kind of
see that makes me want to read. You keep saying these names, and I'm like going, I got to read more Flash now. I got to read more. I really do.
Like now, I will say this to your point. Like once Carmine Infantino comes back, it sucks because his art is awful and
rushed, half done. It's just they don't give him a good inker.
It's like I was thinking, like if they did the Trial of Barry Allen, and it was drawn by Jim Aparo, it would still have some writing problems in terms of like pacing and structure, but it would at least look gorgeous because Aparo could give it like a nice, like kind of noirish thing and make it. you know,
Oh, Aparo, especially Aparo when he's doing his own inks, which is
Yep.
most of his career. I just didn't realize how I'm reading that team up books. Like, Jesus Christ, man.
yeah,
They let
because
him
like
ink, and then his Spectre, he does everything. Um, yeah,
the Don Heck's not bad. They just give Don Heck a terrible anchor,
yeah,
unfortunately.
it's really terrible. They give him really just they don't support him.
No, they
I
don't. And
mean,
it's like he could have
because
been a
Don
real.
Heck in the 50s when he's inking himself, it looks much better. And then he's inked by George Klein and some good people in his Avengers. When he's the Avenger artist after Kirby and between Kirby and Buscema.
Yep.
I mean,
But
you know, it's good stuff. But I I want to read more of this. This was a great Christmas one though, too. It was
mhm.
Christmassy, but it wasn't, you know, I have
It
liked,
wasn't schmaltzy, I think is a good
yeah,
way to.
I've liked um the Batman Santa team up books they've done the last few years.
Hmm.
I do like that version of Santa Claus, and that, yes, Batman and the superheroes know he is. Santa Claus is a superhero. And
I could have also pitched the JLA issue where Santa joins the Justice League. I totally forgot about that one.
oh God, we should do that one next year. We'll do that one
Yeah.
next year. We'll
Yeah,
do
yeah,
because
yeah.
we have something else we're going to do for Christmas, guys. And I'm hoping to have it drop on Christmas if we can. Um, um, but this is just good flash. It was good flash. So let's we've been talking for a while. We've done 2 episodes. I want to kind of I'm going to do recommendations, and my recommendation is if you haven't read um the Mike Barron, Butch Geist, the early Wally, it's really, really good. Is it as good as the people that follow him? Not, it could have been. If he had gone on, I think he could have done some great things. But he wrote what he wrote and said, "I've got this is all I got." I kind of respect that. But it's beautiful. I mean, it's the best. I think it's some of the best uh Jackson Butch Geist art. And that's saying a lot because he did some really great
Oh,
stuff in his career, especially in his cross-gen stuff was
yeah.
fucking over
His
the top.
yeah.
But it's good. And folks, and I know I haven't reread the Messer Loeb's stuff in a long time, but that run, my post-crisis Wally is one of the few solo books, honest to God, that I've read more than once. I've read some Triangular Superman. Uh, I will get to some Batman because I bought the really weird 90s shit that I really love that era. More because I like the Robin, and now I've read the Batgirl. But I want them to put Contagion and Aftermath and all that. I do like that era. Even when he gets his back broken, you know, the other Batman's not there that long. He's not there. If it's actually not that bad, that it's Nightfall and stuff like that. I want to read that. But this, this, while I know when I get to Flashpoint, so when I'm going to have the first dip in quality. And I really want to read Maniples. I've not read any of that stuff. I want to kind of give it a fair shake. I do like his art.
Oh yeah,
And
God, Maniple's
and
an excellent artist.
yeah, I
It's
don't know how, maybe he's not a good writer.
I think it's more just my memory is you just after reading all the Wally stuff, take a deep breath, decompress, read something else, and then kind of take it as an alternate, you know,
Yeah,
take or
because
whatever.
Barry's back for how long? But over a third of John's run is Barry.
I think like yeah, because what I have through volume 5 is all Wally. And I think after that, because let's see, it goes Wally Infinite is through Infinite Crisis, then they try and give it to Bart for a year. That falls flat on its face. They give it back to Wally for like a year and a half, two
And John's
years.
writing all of this, right?
I think Waid came back, and it's an era
Oh,
where
is it that? Okay, no, I got
yeah,
you. I know
where
what you're talking about. I
yeah,
think it's in a
then
John's. I think it's in a John's omnibus because it's not much of it,
yeah, it's not much of it. And then Johns brings it Barry back during Final Crisis. So that's like 2010-ish.
and that goes all the way to
And then
3.
it's Barry from there on until well through most of New 52.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that Wally's back. I like how they brought Wally back-ish. I like Scott Lobdell. He wrote a lot of X-Men. That mini where he comes back other than the blue costume. And I'm looking forward to reading the Joshua Williamson. I'm assuming it's very good, at least good, because I've not read a Joshua Williamson and I didn't think it was good.
Yeah,
I just
the
thought,
Jeremy Adams is also, which follows Williamson,
yeah,
is also really
yeah, I
good.
want to read that, and I missed it. And then who was after him?
Then after Adamson takes us to Spurrier into modern.
Oh, is he right? Oh my God.
Yeah, because Adams is the one, because like Adams' first arc is basically retconning out Heroes in Crisis, so which is totally fine by me. So
Yeah.
it's
I'm the Tom King super fan. I will never read that fucking thing again.
nope,
I don't own it.
nope.
It's
I've read enough to know. Nope, I'm done. I'm done with this story.
Yeah,
I like
especially
it a
when
lot.
we get to the end and went, you didn't figure that out until 2 days before you had to get this to the artist, did you? It's make no sense at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched Doctor Who, and then there've been no sense. Star shit, 60 Star Trek. What the fuck?
You
But no, but this is good. So my recommendation would be start at the beginning. Wally's journey for Flash. It's a good 15,
20? No,
20
it's like
years where
25
it is one of
years.
the best
Yeah.
written superhero books and sold probably better than definitely sold better than Green Lantern until John took over Green Lantern.
I would actually be really curious to see like how like when Kyle Rayner first came on, how that sold and stuff like that.
I do. I'm a Kyle
I
guy.
like that Kyle. I wish they need to do another Kyle compendium.
Yeah, they do because you're only I like that they put in the Titans, his
Yes.
relationship with Donna, which I liked.
It's a good concept. I just kind of don't care when it comes.
I'm a big Donna. I like Donna.
I like
Donna
Donna. I just don't care. Like if you're gonna give me a Reed Titans, the tail end of Marv Wolfman's like way too long run is not the place to
he
try and
didn't
get
write
me.
this. Did he do that?
I think he did.
Was Supergirl was in it?
I
think he
think
was
so.
I think he was trying to hang on, and no one else wanted to do the book.
Yeah.
And then the book after it, which is interesting, a DH Adam and some new kids.
That's a choice.
It's Dan Jurgens' art.
I think
it's really
it's Jurgens. Yeah,
it looks
so it's
good. It's not terrible. It's just weird. And then the Johns McCone is Chef Kiss.
Yeah,
it's Chef Kiss. It's I think it's better than a lot of the Press Wolfman is important and it is good. It is very good. But Johns is a more polished writer than Marv is. Marv learned in the 60s. And there's a very 60s feel to the way he writes comics even today. And I'm not, and if he was to say, I'm going to do a new Night Force mini,
I'd read it.
I'd read it. If he was, would want to do a Tomb of Dracula. You want to do a flashback? I'd read it. I can't wait for the second volume. I didn't think I'd like it that much. That Tomb of Dracula.
Same here.
And it was good from the get-go. Those two issue auditions. Did they make Gardner Fox audition?
That is so weird. And like it's Jennifer DeRoss, like when I was reading it, she commented to me as like, oh wow, it is weird to read
it is
Gardner Fox writing a Marvel comic just in general. And apparently, like she said, like, yeah, he didn't like this work either because they forced him to write the Marvel method. And if I was Gardner Fox, I'm going, I've been writing comics.
Drawing it though?
I think Coleman was still drawing it, yeah.
That's what it was. It's like Gardner, Marvel people don't know you. We do. But this is Gene Colan. It is his book. It's really Gene's book until they find him a writer.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize it would be that good. I just did not. I trusted my brother Hugh is like, you need to read it. And I'd read certain things. I did not. And I know Billy had said it. I'm a big Gene Colan fan. Not always. Gene Colan makes a comic book better. That late 80s Gene Colan run on Avengers is a little, that book just suffers. I knew when you read it for the first time in trades, there must have been at least 2 epics in a row where it wasn't very good. Which I'm going to do the reread, so I'll feel the pain. But yeah, we'll read The Flash. Okay, what's your holiday recommendation?
Okay, so my holiday okay, so it'll be the holiday, so I'll be more positive.
Well, I'll do
Is
the holiday one too now that I've said the word holiday, but go ahead. But I'll be
okay,
brief.
so my general recommendation is Doom 2099. I finally finished the Omni. I recommend the first two-thirds of it. There's a point where before even Warren Ellis leaves the book, it does start to kind of drop off because it's like editorial is flailing and they don't know what to do. But the first two-thirds where I can't John Francis Moore, I think, and so it looks amazing. It's a really kind of it's very interesting to read it and go like, okay, Doom is back to ruling Latveria by like the end of issue 4, whereas nowadays that's not happening for at least the end of the first year, maybe the first 2 years.
Yeah,
It,
don't. Yeah. I've not read a lot of the 2099.
it
I have the app. It's all in there. I think someone should. I think I need to find a reading order or something and
yeah,
check it
because
out
I,
because
I
I
think
think I would
I'm
like some of it. I read some, but Ken, who's on comic taste, he's a very different than mine because it wasn't. It was sporadic, and it wasn't. He wasn't a comic guy, but he read certain ones. He read some of the Miguel's 20 Spider-Man 2099.
yeah, I would want to read some of that now after reading the Doom 29 because I feel like I'm missing something that from like a world perspective, I think reading more of it would probably help. But again, like
It's loved. It is Peter and
oh,
Peter
it's
Day and
yeah, it's
David
Peter
wrote some of it.
David, so
Yeah, so yeah. So that's good. Um,
So yeah, the first two-thirds of Doom 2099 before it falls off.
all right.
But the weirdest thing is seeing a book written by Warren Ellis, drawn by John Buscema. Those two should not coexist in my brain.
I'm a big Warner and Ellis fan.
I am too.
I
It's
don't.
one
I
of
mean,
those
I
like,
know he's a creepy little curmudgeon,
sure,
but he's not. He didn't. He didn't. He just doesn't know how to interact with people, and
yeah.
it's sad.
And
But I Planetary is a fucking masterpiece.
Transmetropolitan just,
Oh my God. It's like I had the Spider Jerusalem figures and I gave them all to Ken because he's his hero.
yeah.
That's his hero.
I haven't read that book since 2016. I'm terrified to see how it holds up.
I think it'll be fine. I think it'll fucking make him a little more shit. He was right.
Yeah.
It is pretty good. I was a preacher man.
I love Preacher too.
I do preacher. Jesus, the inbred descendant of Jesus throwing shit at the Pope. I'm fine. Heston.
Uh,
And that the voice of God is literal.
yep. Oh, that is Garth Ennis. Yes.
That is Garth Ennis, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sheesh.
Yeah.
Those are both of them are
Both
masterpieces.
both I like those are really evergreen books.
They both are.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed New Warriors. I really have. It's very 90s, but I like the writers. The art's up and down. When it's bad, it's nightmarish. But Derek Robertson, when he was just doing superhero stuff, it's good. He's really good. I didn't realize that I didn't think he ever did a superhero comic. And he did a bunch because he drew the middle section of that series. So he's good, but Transmetropolitan is just it's what some of the 70s guys thought they were doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It
There's
really
some of those
is.
intellectual kind of political things in the 70s was a lot of angry middle finger where there's a bit of comedy. I mean, it's dark.
It's very dark.
Both of those books, Preacher and Transmetropolitan, are comedic. They're satire in a lot of ways, but they're also social comedy. They're great. Yeah, people,
Yeah,
if you've never
they're
read any of them, they're some of my favorite Vertigo stuff. I've not read Hellblazer a lot. I think I should. It's one of those ones, but it's so I'd have to do it on the app, but there's no way.
There's good arcs, and then there is dog shit.
And I like that they do it creative. They always make it kind of creator centric. They've always done it with it. When they because Vertigo's thing was creator driven.
Yep. Like I'm a big, Bill Willingham Fables fan. I have a full shelf of all of it. I love it. It's like that.
How bad is his Constantine?
Oh, he never wrote Hellblazer.
Oh, he didn't? No.
No, with the exception of Brian Nazarello, I think they largely kept Hellblazer to like Brit writers or Scottish
How's
writers.
Nazarello's? I would think he would draw it. I like him.
From what I've read of his run, it's like dude, you're trying like edgelord stuff is to use
Oh,
today's
okay.
nomenclature.
Okay.
Nomenclature.
All right. Because I kind of, I read a little bit of 100 Bullets. He wrote
Yeah,
100
100
Bullets, right?
bullets is really good.
That is the whole thing is that he has 100 bullets. It's
Yep.
so fucking cool. And I like, who's the artist on it? It's not Jocko, is it?
No, it is as I'm trying to where the heck is I got the hell what the heck? Sorry, I'm still not used to my setup. I don't have everything at memory anymore.
Oh, that's it. Don't worry about it. I will check it out. I'll check it out. Yeah, the stuff's looking good. I like the shelves.
Yeah. I just gotta memorize it to where all of it is now so I can do the quick references when I need.
Yeah, because I have mine. I have omnis, and then I have regular trades, which is a lot, and then compendiums and some of the more recent hardcovers, which are a little too tall. They won't fit on one of my shelves.
Yep.
Or it goes like I bought all four milestone epics, and then Ken found me some of the early, more recent hardcovers of Static Shock and Icon
Nice.
at Ollie's, and I slugged those in there. And then I had my Superman World at War mixed in with my Justice Society because I only got it because there's Wildcat, Hippolyta, Green Lantern, and Flash are all part of a big chunk of it. But I moved that over to where I've got my my other McGinnis World of Tomorrow compendium and the two Busick hardcovers. Because I've never read all of the Busick Pacheco Superman.
Well, again, starting next year, as soon as I find one more issue of Superman Volume 2, number 11, once I find that starting next year, I'll be doing a full from, well, I think I've got July 1986 to August 2011
What is it?
Superman.
Superman Volume 2, number 11?
Yeah, Superman Volume 2, number 11 is like what I'm still missing like 50 issues, but it's like once I find that one, I have enough of a good head start to where I can feel like I
It's
can
kind of like
go
what
and
I do.
start.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Like with the FF, for the few months I had four. Well, no, in 2 years I bought those 6 omnibuses
yeah.
because some of mine are used. My number one is smoked. It's beat up, but I got it for $50, and
Yeah.
but it's definitely in terrible condition. Even the first printing, it's not probably worth much. And they've been read twice. But I'm going to get to that gap, and I've asked Kirby. I need the reading order in the epics, or I just need to know the number of issues and what reading order, and maybe annuals where they go in between the two blonde Burn volumes, because I bought those because Burn's FF is second only to Jack's.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it can't go past Jack's.
No, it can't. It owes too
Even though
much to
there's rough
Jax.
Jack stuff, the stuff where Jack's on all fire, and John, you're just doing it again. So.
Yeah, that's. And now need to read the Hickman run again, but this time as a Fantastic Four fan, and not as like a Hickman and like
That's
interested.
a good way to look at it because I read as a Fantastic Four fan, I was reading it more to see what Hickman was going to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I like it. But I never read all the Matt Fraction stuff. I kind of, yeah, Pat doesn't recommend it either, but I like.
No, I just haven't read. Sorry,
Yeah, I'm going to read it. I like the lineup. The lineup. It's kind of weird, and I like it. We're going to be gone for 10 seconds. Uh-oh. We got to be the Fantastic Four. It's Ant-Man, She-Thing, which is this new girl in Ben's armor without the head. Medusa.
Yep.
And Scott Lang. All makes sense. Medusa back as a member had me. Because there are 5 FF that you cannot live without. Who's your 5th?
Well, okay. So if we have like the main 4, so if I have to have a constant 5th in the back pocket, She-Hulk.
Yeah, no shit. Because
sorry, I know that's a basic answer, but
yeah, but
it's the right answer.
I read it as it was coming out and went, this doesn't make any sense. Boom, issue 2. You're like, what?
Makes perfect sense.
You write her better than Stern did. Stern didn't write her that much until later. He got her back. Remember, he lost her and then got her back at the end of his run. So the best two, she was written very well by both of them. I've not read a lot of She-Hulk. I'm looking forward to reading the David and the comedic stuff. And I heard the Byrne comedic stuff is good too.
Yeah,
So-
like some of it probably hasn't aged super well, but it's one of those like, from what I've read, I've enjoyed.
Yeah, he's not the most open, and for an Englishman who grew up in Canada, he's a bit of a brat sometimes,
Yeah.
from what I understand. So I want to give a Christmas recommendation. My Christmas recommendation is going to be an easy one. I know it's Christmas in this household where we watch Muppet Christmas Carol.
Yep.
I watch it first now because it's not my favorite, but it's my second favorite, and it's my wife's favorite. My favorite is the Alistair Sims black and white one. Any of the others is, I will be nice about the drawer. I do not like the Patrick Stewart one.
I forgot he did that.
But George C. Scott is weird to me because I wouldn't think of him.
That doesn't
as
make
that.
sense in my brain. I know he's done it. But
It's
that
actually
doesn't
very good.
okay.
He's a better act. I mean, he's a better actor than Patrick Stewart, in my opinion.
Ooh,
No,
hey, folks, I'm not feeling everything said by Ross does not reflect the views
you've
of
probably not seen much because he's a forgotten star. He is really forgotten.
I mean, I
Twin
mostly know
Flame
for
Man,
Patton.
Comedy. Patton is a master's class in acting. Dr. Strangelove.
Yep.
Brilliant.
That's a classic. Absolute classic.
He did a bunch of TV movies. But it's good. And it bugs me because I don't want to like it. And every time I watch it, my brother Bill, it's his favorite of the modern ones. So, but watch what Muppets Christmas Carol. It's always good. You got.
Okay, so by the way, over Thanksgiving we showed my 2-year-old nephew Muppet Christmas Carol. It held his attention for the full, so that's got to say something.
As a first generation Muppet, your parents are too, probably.
Like, yeah, they know the Muppets. I don't think
no, but I was I was 5 years old when Sesame Street started.
Right.
So, and
like they know Kermit, they know Fozzie, but they're not big fans, I would say. But they know them.
My mom was a fan because when I was born, Muppet was Kermit appeared before the Tonight Show on Oakland television as a 15-minute monologue, and it's the original puppet in the Smithsonian.
I've seen that puppet,
yeah, but that was on West Coast TV.
Nice.
When I was a baby.
Okay, so I guess my Christmas recommendation, it's Gremlins. My buddy JR, who's I've talked about before, it's like he showed this to me back when I was in college. I had never seen it before, and I watched this in Gremlins 2: The New Batch. Just like they're on.
Are they both set at Christmas?
No, only the first one is, but
okay.
I always kind of watch them as one big 3-hour epic, but the first one, it's pure Christmas. It's that right level of like a little dark Christmas, which I do enjoy at the same time, and it's like,
God, I like Bad Santa.
Bad Santa, Christmas Vacation.
Did you see the one with with David Harbour as a bitter, jaded Santa who wants to quit?
No, I haven't.
John Leguizamo. It's Die Hard with Santa.
Okay.
I watched it after I had 9 teeth extracted.
Oh.
And my upper plate put on. And I had to leave it on while it was setting overnight. I pulled it off after about 4 hours, but I had such enough amount of Novocaine. Ken came over, him and Leslie watched it, and it was fucking hysterical.
Okay.
Beverly D'Angelo's great in it. The kid is great in it. David Harbour kills people with candy canes.
I'll take it.
And he's just like, God, you fuckers. he's John McClane is a more wound up person. Santa's angry.
Yeah.
And none of them believe it's Santa. And he viciously kills a fuck ton of people. And it's hysterical. It should not work. And it worked on every level. It made me laugh. And it was Christmassy. It was sentimental.
Yep.
And David Harbour is really, really good in it.
Yeah, I need to, man, maybe I need to catch up on Stranger Things. I'll wait until it's all done.
Yeah, Leslie wants someone put a list of key, if you're before you watch season 5, here are 5 episodes you have to watch to understand what's going on.
Okay, that might be why I need, because
because it's a lot and it's been a while, and I really love the guy that the headbanger who actually becomes a heroic character, and I do like him as an actor. He was good as Johnny, but
I forgot he was John. Yeah.
Johnny, and I like the Quiet Place movies. The one set in New York with him. and the African woman, African actress from Black Panther who plays
Oh,
the
yeah,
lead.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. They're great in it. She became a cat fan because she had a trained cat as a part of the cast, and now she's this huge advocate for cats. She's got an orange tabby, which I find okay. That's the Cadillac of cats are black and orange tabs. One's smartest and one's pretty fucking stupid.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, thank you, Kirby. There'll be one more Christmas oriented episode. We hope you will enjoy it. We will enjoy doing it. We're not going to say what it is until I
Oh, no,
drop
we've
it.
said it before.
Oh, we have said it before, have we? Okay, yes. We're going to do a commentary for Superman, the more recent one. And it's an excuse for me and Kirby to watch it 2 more times before New Year's.
Yep.
And Leslie, who's watched it more than me. My wife Leslie loves it. My brother Hugh had said it is second only to Superman 1. I put it above Superman 1.
I would too.
Because the world going backwards is stupid.
Again, maybe next year we should also do Superman.
Oh no,
70.
no! I think we need to do that one next year. That will be next year's Christmas one.
Yeah, okay.
And then we'll do the Donner one the Christmas after. The Donner re-edit.
Okay. And if we do Man of Steel, that's gonna be a drinking game on my end. So that's just where I come in.
That will be it. No, that's a Mystery Science 3000 episode.
Okay, I'm fine with that. Just so I like Henry Cavill. That movie just needs another writer and director.
I was bitching about that just the other day. I like Zack Snyder. I think he's a very talented filmmaker, but when I like his movie, I love it. And when I don't like his movie, I really fucking hate someone. Sucker Punch is painful to watch.
Like Watchmen is so close, but misses so many of the key things.
You got to watch the long one.
I know. Even then, it's
you got to watch the stuff with the animation.
Yeah,
and there's some changes, and I do not mind the changes of the animation.
No, that one
made perfect
I
sense.
agree with that 100%.
Yeah, but you don't have time to explain it. Putting the if they get in a different ending for the one with the cartoon that it is the big giant monster, that would be neat. But I have liked the motion comic, and I've liked the new animation that was a literal translation.
Yep.
So, but I liked it. But his Dawn of the Dead,
really good. Really,
both of them.
Yeah.
Both. The extended cut is even fucking better because you get more Mount Frewer and you get more zombie baby.
Yep.
But it's really good, and I think he'll do something good again. But the 300. I don't like the comic, the 300.
No.
I like Frank Miller, but for an old hippie, he's got a little these Greek men. It's just odd. It doesn't land with me. That's just
something like 9/11 broke Frank Miller.
Yeah, I think doing the sequel to Dark Knight Returns broke him.
I think that honestly, I think doing RoboCop 2 is what actually broke Frank Miller. You can look at his work before and after, but dealing with the Hollywood machine, I think that legitimately is what broke Frank Miller.
That Sin City movie is it's interesting. I don't want to say it's bad.
It's not bad.
It's not. People go, why are you shooting this story in black and white? Because it's going to look good in black and white. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like good luck, good night. The George Clooney movie about Edward R. Murrow, which is a masterpiece. Oppenheimer, how it goes in and out of color in black and white, stuff like that. But doing the way it looked in the comic, yes. Do it with that comic. So, but it's interesting. Yeah. All right, folks. This went a little longer than I thought. Thank you, Kirby. It was fun. It was nice to talk to you for part of the day. I worked overnight and then slept for 4 hours and jumped on and did this, and it woke me up, which is good because I would like to enjoy my weekend. You be safe, be smart. Please be kind to one another. It is a really crazy world. Try to do something fun with your family on Christmas. Whatever your Christmas thing is. Me and my wife have created our own Christmas traditions, and I like them a lot. And I look forward to watching some Muppets. So Merry Christmas.